Well, hi. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, I came to this video to watch Shannon unbox a bunch of water on her head, but there you go thinking again. I want to talk about the Ice Bucket Challenge, and I don't want to talk about it in necessarily a positive way, but there will be positive influx because I think it is a positive thing. I just have some issues. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started. First of all, I want to talk about some really quick facts. Let's just roll through these facts real quick. ALS stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Basically, ALS breaks down nerves in your spine and in your muscles and pretty much limits all of your motor forms pretty much until they degenerate completely. And that's really bad. So no walking, talking, eating, stuff like that. All of that stuff people with ALS at points will need assistance with. And currently there is no cure for ALS. It's estimated that in the US, about 30,000 people are suffering from ALS at this current moment in time. Most of them being white males between the ages of 40 and 70. After diagnosis, 50% of ALS patients are given 3 to 5 years to live. 20% of them are given more than 5 years, and less than 20% are given 10 plus years to live. So you can see that getting ALS is a very serious thing and that it pretty much very well could be a death sentence for somebody. As of the 21st of August, ALSA is claiming to have raised $41.8 million since, with everybody doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, and I guess that puts them close to 750,000 new donors for their charity, and that's wonderful. So now on to some water facts. As of right now, in the world, there are about 800 million people who have no access to clean water. The people that don't have access to these clean waters are in developing nations like Nepal, Bolivia, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya, places in Africa and the Western world. It is approximated that about 5 million gallons of water have been wasted in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's just sit on that for a moment. So I want to talk about some of my issues with the Ice Bucket Challenge, and I know this is going to make me unpopular. And I want to first start off by saying I'm not by any means degrading or trying to degenerate what ALS is trying to do, but I have an issue with the game in itself. I don't like the fact that you, when challenged, are, according to 3 types of rules that I have read, you are forced to donate a portion of money, whatever that portion is that you decide, and dump a bucket of water on your head. Okay. If you don't do it, you then have to donate $100. So either way, one of your friends is tying you into giving money to a charity that maybe you don't really support. Yes, you should support it, but I mean there are other charities that maybe you stand behind that you would feel better giving money to, like Save the Children or the Water Project or MDA for Kids, or whatever. There are other charities that maybe you feel more strongly about giving to. The second thing I don't like, and there actually is a term for this, and it's called slacktivism. Slacktivism is what people are really becoming outraged about with this challenge. They're like, oh, you're just doing it to be internet famous, you're just trying to get cool on the internet and maybe make some money and whatever. And that's all well and good. I am all behind that, but I don't feel that it opens a door for other people to tell somebody else what they did or didn't do. Now, I personally don't have any record of all of my friends who did the Ice Bucket Challenge on my Facebook page, and trust me, there were a lot of them. I'm not seeing their bank accounts. I don't know whether they donated or not. I'm hoping that they did. My brain and logical thinking tells me, no, some of them probably didn't because they work as waitresses or they're fucking drivers for Jimmy John's. I have been freaking out for 2 weeks about getting nominated because A, I'm not gonna dump and waste water on my head. I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. And I'm not gonna give ALS money. Do you want to know why Shannon's not going to give ALS money? Shannon is not going to give ALSA money because I don't even have money to deal with my own shit. You should always be fiscally responsible to yourself before you are fiscally responsible to anybody else. Period. End of fucking story. I appreciate the Ice Bucket Challenge. I think it's great. I think it's bringing awareness to a wonderful cause. But I feel as though this challenge has the same kind of feel to it. I mean, yes, it is benefiting a charity technically or whatever, but I feel like it's the same thing as like when people were dumping acetone on themselves and lighting themselves on fire. Or when people were doing the 24-hour beer challenge where you slam a 24-ounce beer and challenge somebody else to drink a beer. Like, you're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. I'm not calling you what you think I'm gonna call you, but I'm gonna call you a sheep. You wanna know what's on a sheep? Make sheep, 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 sheep. My other issue is, yes, ALS, you claim to, the exact number that I got off of their website is 700,039, 275 new donors. So, with that being said, how many of those donors are going to donate in 6 months? Or next year? Or the following year? How many of you are going to continue to donate? So, I hope you liked this video, guys. I didn't mean to piss anybody off or whatever, but if you did, then I really don't care. So, do me a solid, click the like button if you liked it, click my face. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I put out new videos every Friday. And click over here to see what happened last week, which was something I never fucking remember. Just click over here to see the last video. And I will see you fuckers next week. Goodbye.